So last month I spent $99 on a Pinterest ad campaign to promote two of the pins on my Hutch and Cage account. So how did it go? Was it worth the money? Let's have a look. Let's get into this. Hi and welcome back to the channel again. So for the last 30 days I've been running an ad campaign for my Pinterest account, which is for Hutch and Cage, one of my pet websites. And with all these paid advert campaigns, they can be so tricky. You've got to be an absolute expert to set them up and get them running well. So I thought it was a bit of a risky venture to do that, but I thought let's set a limit of $99 and see what happens. So I've actually got some results for you and I thought it was worth sharing. Now, just a disclaimer, I did not set the ad campaign up. I am not an expert in this whatsoever. I relied on a friend and a business colleague called Alison Lancaster, who's an expert in building Pinterest up and things like that. So she ran the ad campaign for me for 30 days because I've done these ad campaigns before on Facebook, and even YouTube, and I know how risky they can be. They can be the quickest way to lose money I have ever seen. For instance, I set an ad campaign up when I first started on Facebook, and I ran it for one article, and I put a limit of, I think it was about $500, and thought that would last the whole month. And I don't think I set it up correctly because I literally woke up the next morning after setting the ad campaign live to find $500 had been spent in, well, basically while I slept, and I saw very little for it. So I targeted the wrong people, the wrong kind of image, just an absolute waste of $500. So I thought I would hand this over to an expert. So Alison set the whole campaign up for me, and we've let it run for 30 days. So why don't we jump on the computer and we'll have a look at some of the results, and then you can judge whether it's been worthwhile or not. Am I going to continue with it? I honestly don't know. I really don't like paying for traffic. I'm just in the camp of creating great content, written blog posts or videos, and just let people find them organically and come over to your website. It's the safest and cheapest way to get traffic to your website. But if you're in a rush or you do want that bump in traffic, if you do get the right product or you do have the right blog post, you can actually get some really good results from these Facebook and Pinterest ad campaigns. But for me, I don't know. It's still, the jury's out on this one at the moment. But let's head over to the computer and you can judge for yourself. Do you think it was worth the results I got for $99? Let's have a look. Okay, so here we are on my account. This is for hutchandcage.com. And you can see here we have 629 followers. I'm following 485 people. And we have 342,000 monthly views. Now, these numbers seem huge, but trust me, that is not the case. It is not uncommon to have Pinterest accounts that have 20, 30 million monthly views, but only a small amount of those will actually click the pin, and then an even smaller amount will actually click through to your website. So it goes by the same kind of metrics Google Analytics does. So you have impressions. So these are impressions. Us scanning through these now has left an impression on these pins. Then when we click it, it will register as a view. And now this has one more view to its statistic. And then when we click the link, then we have one visit. So impressions, views, and then visitors. So it's split into the three categories. So we'll have a look at some of the pins first so you can get a feel for what the account's actually like and the kind of pins we're going to be promoting. So you can see here we have a number of pins, very similar designs. We have, I think, 3 or 4 kind of styles. So there's kind of this one here with the right at the bottom, this one here which is very white and bright, and then we have the darker kind of pins here. But other than that, they follow the same format. There are some older pins like this one here that I've made when I first started, but the new style of pins is like this one here, white pet rabbit breed. So you can see the pins are nice. I don't think we have any issues with those. People who see these are actually clicking them and visiting the site. So I'm okay and happy with those, and the account has been growing. So let's have a look at some of the stats. First of all, for the account itself, and then we'll have a look at the paid Pinterest ads, and let's see how they performed. So you can see here, this is the actual account itself. So this is all the pins on my site. So you can see here the impressions, 356,000 is 17% up. The engagement, so that's the people who saw the pin, was interested and clicked it, is 19,800, which is 34% up. And then the engaged audience is just over 11,000. So you can see all the metrics are up. Now, this is obviously because we've tried running the campaign, so there might be some metrics in there that's thrown these numbers out. So let's have a look at the paid actual campaign and look at those numbers. So this is the first pin we promoted, and both these pins ran together for a 30-day period. And you can see this is things to put in the bottom of a rabbit cage. Now, if you look at the top here, you can see it got 86,000 impressions. So that's, again, that's people who's either seen it as they're flicking through Pinterest. And then we got 181 people saved the pin. So they're the ones that are really interested. They've saved it and possibly pinned it themselves or shared it on their account. So this is a really good number. That's what you want. You want a lot more saves. And the initial clicks outward, that's over to my website, was 2,610. Now, this number does go up over time. So the results you see now are not always the end of the story, because 181 people here have saved this pin. So this pin will now grow and grow over time. So it's not uncommon to see growth on this outward bound clicks continue to happen for many months, if not years sometimes. So often when you're running these paid campaigns on Pinterest, don't be too discouraged when you see the first initial results, because like I say, the whole idea of Pinterest is people save it and share it and pin it to their website. So what the value is overall is very difficult to determine and to judge. So don't get shocked if you see the initial results are quite poor. Over time, it could be more valuable. So let's have a look at another pin. So this one, how to keep a rabbit's cage from smelling. This did significantly less. You can see it only got 58,000 impressions. It got 178 saves, which is quite good, very similar to the last one, but it only got 1,230 outward clicks. So on the initial 30-day ad campaign for this one hasn't performed as well. But if you add the two together, let's have a look. Now, unfortunately, this screenshot was taken some time before I filmed this clip. So you can see here the ad spend is $99.90. And you can see at this point when I screenshot this, it had 57,000 impressions, 2,800 clicks, and 126 saves. Now, that's for both of the pins. So if running a Pinterest ad campaign is something you're interested in, you simply log into your dashboard, click the ad, and then create an ad campaign here. This isn't a full Pinterest ad campaign tutorial by no means, but like I say, you can go through it here. There's a ton of these videos that show you how to create these Pinterest campaigns. I just thought it might be interesting to see what results I got from $100. So it looks like in total I got around 3,500 initial clicks over to the website for $100, and it looks like that is going to continue to grow over the next 30, 60, maybe even 90 days. So from $100, we may end up getting 5,000 or 6,000 visitors to the website. And then the impressions and the saves are also valuable for SEO. So it's going to build that credibility. It's going to give us a little bit more authority. And just all in all, just grow the website in general. It's very hard to put a figure on that, what investment that has made or what contribution that has done to the website. But if you just want to look at hard facts, then yeah, $99 got us around 3,500 visitors to the website. So thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed that. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do lots of tests like this. I'm a keen believer in testing and then reporting back to you. So thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next video.